Welcome to today's episode of Depreciation Nation, and as promised, in between two cars with Taylor, her Exocet is right behind us right here. As she alluded to in the video, the car is based on a Miata. You said a 90?
This one right here is based off the 90, but it ranges, the kit is accessible to a 2005 to 1990.
So if we are talking about depreciation has benefited her in this build right here.
Exactly. Yeah.
So approximately what did you have in the donor car?
I bought it for $1,200.
Awesome. So depreciation at work, folks.
There you go.
And so, as mentioned, you worked at the company that manufactured this, and you had stated that you used to drive them to caffeine and octane, and you thought that one day you were going to drive yours. And we did see it drive, and if you hop over to her channel, you can see it drive too, or if you stay tuned, you're going to see some driving footage of it in this particular video. But tell us about it.
Yeah, so like I mentioned, it is a 1990 donor, but the platform accepts an NA or an NB generation Miata. So it's basically kind of a Lego car. You know, it's what we always called it at the office.
Plug and play.
Exactly, yeah. So you're just lifting everything that makes a Miata look like a bar or so. So you take that off, and then you plop on this kind of space frame chassis, and it uses all of the mounting locations of the subframe from the donor Miata. So you have the front subframe, the rear subframe, you're pulling the engine, transmission, the differential, suspension, everything
Awesome.
That makes it a rolling power plant, just a lot lighter. The
Right.
ultimate Miata diet, as we call it.
And curb weight is roughly?
Probably going to be around 1,450 pounds for me. I've got a heavier one because I'm not doing like a wire trim right now. I'm not doing a smaller battery. Gonna have a passenger seat, but we've seen people get
sweet battery now.
Thanks, I worked really hard on it. But yeah, people have kept them at just below 1,400 pounds, so it's doable. But gonna have a little chunk.
Awesome. So to put that into perspective for you all, the video that we shot on the Beck 550 Spider was 130 horsepower, and that chassis weighed 1,200 pounds, and I cannot even express how unprepared I was for the speed of that car. So I imagine that this is going to be a very similar experience. Yes. Honestly, an Ariel Atom at a fraction of the cost. You get the, it looks like an Atom.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know what else to say.
Absolutely, and it's what I thought when I first saw it too. It's like, that's fantastic. It's a great way to learn about your car, interact with it, build it. I've never done anything like this before. Coming into it, I think I've done like oil changes, brake master cylinder replacement, just basic maintenance. But like, I learned everything along the way, and it was very reasonable. Like nothing, no specialty tools really. So it's very approachable for any level.
Can I ask about where you are money-wise in this?
That one's tricky because it's a special scenario since I work there.
I understand that it's a special scenario,
Yeah.
but if that special scenario had not happened, where would you be?
It's hard to say. Each build, and we get asked that a lot at work too, because it's really what you make of it. So I can tell you what I've seen like customers' cars come in at. We had the cheapest build come in around $10,000 because they're selling parts off the donor. They're using the Miata seats. They're using the Miata steering wheel. Anything you can pull from the Miata, they kept stock. So that way they could just keep it at a minimum. Realistically, if you want to do like a naturally aspirated build, it's probably low teens. Turbo would probably be high teens, and then like a V8 swap would be maybe mid-20s.
And a V8 is a candidate for a swap, folks.
Absolutely.
We were talking about the possibilities that are perhaps open on this car because I would very much like to build one myself based on how much fun this is. And all I've done is sit in it, and I've heard it run, and I've seen it go, but it just looks like an absolute hoot.
It is.
So,
I can guarantee.
thanks for showing us the car.
Yeah, absolutely.
Stay tuned because we're going to get a little bit of road footage, and let's get going.